Hey everybody, I am so happy that you're all here tonight. This is Sherry Denny coming to you, Corporate Director from Alaska. And it's a very special night tonight. It's the beginning of a new month in May because I'm telling you, you guys, you did a killer April. It was wonderful. Just seeing all the new faces coming on board, being wrapped up in Zoom meetings every day to get everybody started. It's really an exciting time. So real quick, hi there, Sarah. I'm gonna go through a recognition. I'm gonna screen share here real quick because we got some new people that came on board. And let me get this down here like this. Hold on just a second. There we go. Ta-da! So started out the month with our new leader, Sarah Haller, that came on from San Carlos, California, who brought in new VIP status, Lisa George from Maricopa, Arizona. Woohoo! More Arizonians. And Randy Kiefer brought in Christian Montana, which we had an absolutely incredible Zoom meeting today with him. And I'm so happy that you brought him on board, Randy. That guy is going to be a rock star. And you never know, he's got some major connections in some South America countries right now. This is going to be incredible. Kudos to you. And thank you so much for coming on board, Christian. A new associate, Gabriella Noel. I brought her in from Walnut, California. This gal knows everything there is to know about negative ions. So we're going to be using her expertise quite a lot here. And now we have new promoter too, Lawrence Gladson, also brought on from myself. He's also in Redding, California. An incredible artist. I don't know if you guys see his Facebook page, but go in and check out his art. He's on doing some art right now. And if he's on here, I'm just really surprised, but thank you so much for coming on board, Lawrence. New leader, Mary Olson, my friend from down the street. I remember her when she was 8 years old. This is John Mahan's sister. So thank you, John, for bringing your sister on board. She loves our product. She's got an incredible testimony on ALT. Amazing. You know, all these things work. They just really, some people just get the one that just fits them just right. And they're like, I'm in, sign me up. That was her. And Brad Georgie, he is on here tonight as well. Brought in new from Steve Cluster, another Redding. And by the way, Mary's from Redding as well. New leader, Susan Davis, brought on by Daniel Meyer. She's from Alabama. And I heard, she told me that Alabama is prettier than Alaska. She's lived here, she might know that. But anyway, we've got Eileen Mason that also came on from Maricopa, Arizona, sponsored by Lisa George, who came on at the beginning of the month. So I wanted to just show you guys that real quick and let you know who's coming into this amazing team right here. You guys, we are rock solid. Did you know that everybody placed their order to be qualified for next month? They did it, everybody. I'm like, I'm so proud of you guys. You know what it takes to be a leader in this company. You know what it takes to get to the next step. But guess what? I've got a special guest speaker on here for you tonight that has already made it. I mean, you guys want to walk in this guy's shoes. I want to introduce you to a man with the most amazing integrity. He's a man of his word. He's one of the hardest workers I have ever met. Definitely the hardest worker, close to Tina, in this industry. This guy has survived multiple occasions that would have knocked him out of the game, literally knocked him out. But you know what? He's got that never give up attitude. He's got that get out of my way attitude. I'm going to the top. And, you know, he's here to stay, you guys. And I want to introduce you to Kelly Vincent, our master rep. And you're here. I hope you're here. Yeah, you are, Kelly.
I'm here.
And International Director, Team Rockstar, Kelly Vincent. Take it away, Kelly.
Hey, thanks for having me on. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you just fine.
Okay, yeah, I'm a little blind. I'm going blind tonight because I'm pretty tired.
You are.
we had quite a weekend, and there's a lot of things coming to be very, very excited about. Now, before I forget, Lisa George, if you're on, save the date on May 22nd. We're having Super Saturday here at our house. So save that date because we'd love you to be here because you're in Arizona. Anybody else in Arizona on your team, Sherry, let them know. Because
Beth Weiser.
And Beth, we're going to be doing an event here. So it'll be good to have everybody there. But listen, I'm just going to take you guys back into the day when I just got started. You hear a lot of people talk about this because it's such a divide looking back from when you started and when I, was definitely serious when I got started, but not serious like I am now. I kind of did it like I was hoping, that something would happen, but I had no clue what I was doing. I was dumber than a sack of hammers when it came to network marketing. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't like being told what to do ever. That's why I worked for myself to begin with. And I'm not really good at listening. I'm very impatient. And so when I got going, it was just kind of like when I got into construction. I had to screw it up a number of times before I mastered it. And, I do remember a time thinking, man, is this really for me? I just see all these people. I think the worst thing you could do in this business is compare your results that you're currently having to people that have been doing it for a while. Now, it's, by the way, I'm amazed at the growth of the team. I mean, Sherry, good night. All the people that you just announced, you guys are crushing it. That's truly amazing to see, all the growth. And, I know Sherry definitely was in that contest we just announced tonight. But like I said, on that contest, everybody wins when you go for the contest. But, leaders can bring on, if you've been in the industry a while, leaders can bring on people that have also been in the industry for a while. But if you're just getting started, and I hear this a lot, if I just had, two great leaders, one on the left, one on the right, then I could go on vacation. Personally, I've never seen that happen. And leaders won't come in under somebody that's, just getting started and it isn't at the same level they're at. So if you're just getting started, what does that mean? Or you're just getting in here? It means to being a leader. And this whole process of what I do, what Sherry does, is we're training people to be leaders. And we're leaders of leaders. And to be a leader, that's to get yourself in there and go after the contest, go after, be on all the trainings, and the engagement level has to be at an all-time high when you're beginning or engaging here. And when the self-doubt comes in, and I always bring this up because it does come in. It's not a if or a when. It's definitely going to be there at some point in time. Everybody gets it. And I got it before. I'm thinking, man, am I in the right thing? I used to go sell a job and do the job, and then I made some money and I went home and, it was it. But then I didn't want to do that. But at the same time, as much as I hated it, the instant gratification of that, pulled me back in. And this took a while, and it was hard to see that if I just kept being repetitive and consistent and reaching out and following up and talking to those people over and over. I signed up people sometimes just because they wanted me to shut the heck up and quit bugging them. If I sign up on your team, will you never call me again? Sure. Here's the application. And the thing is this, people generally don't look 1, 2, 5, 10 years down the road. Most people are just trying to make it to the end of the week or the end of the month. So when you're in that position, it's hard to see that far. But I'm telling you now, like I've been telling everybody since we've gotten started here, the opportunity has never been better. To go from 119 down to number 15 and, companies with the most momentum. That's just astronomical. But don't let it get to one before you start really taking this seriously. If you do, you're going to miss the boat. People are going to get the word is getting out after this weekend, and their plans to grow the entire planet. Like literally, the countries are going to open up, and the things that are going to be brought on board is going to bring on a lot of people. And right now, a lot of industry leaders are coming aboard and taking a look, because we do have the best plan. I think we have the greatest product. And the product has to work for me to be involved in any company. It just has to. And the fact that this works just beyond what I thought it was going to do is even just icing on the cake. And there's science behind it. And there's, it's easy to share. It's easy to do. There's no instruction. You put it in your mouth and you suck on it. How hard can that be? But I want you to envision yourself right now, a year from today. A year from today. For some of you, that might be hard. I don't know. Again, a lot of people don't think that far in advance. But it would be wise to. And just think, let's just say that you only signed up 2 people a month for this next year. And that by the end of the year, you have 24 people. All right. That's not a lot of people, by the way. It's not. But those people who go out and do the same thing you did in 1 month and then double that. And next thing you know, you have thousands of people on your team. And the income is going to come with that. And right now I'm pushing everybody to push for November 11th, the 10-year anniversary. There's going to be a lot of press. There's going to be a lot of promotions and a lot of things that even I don't know about. It's hard to imagine because, spending 48 hours talking about all the future of this company. There's some amazing coming down. I wish I could tell them all to you right now. We'll tell you that 16th drop is going to make a huge impact and make a lot of other companies obsolete, which means it's just going to make even more people look at this company. Now, I'm going to give you, when I joined a company called Visalis in 2011, they were in momentum at that point in time. And I remember being at one of their conventions thinking, darn, I wish I started a couple years prior to this, because there's 20,000 people in this auditorium, and I had 5 people with me. And I'm like, man, what would it be like if, I saw it sooner? So at this point, I could have thousands, here in this room. And, that momentum, companies go through momentum numbers of times. If they're good and they know how to do promotions, which this company does, they can keep that momentum going. But we're not even a blip on a map right now. But I'm giving you the fortune of the future right now, telling you, if you get busy now, I promise you, your people are going to look for you. You won't have to look for them. Put your stake in the ground and let people know what you're up to, what you're doing. Even if they say no, a year from now, they're going to say yes. That's a long time. But if you have a pipeline that's growing every single day, that means every day you might have somebody joining your business in a month from now, in 6 months from now. Just think of the way you make decisions. Some people take a long time, or their circumstances got to change in order for them to take a look again at something you showed them, 3 months ago. So what I'm trying to say is that it is the most important time right now. The company's going on 10 years old. Still, it's an infant here in the US. And, I'd say by the end of the year, there's going to be a ton of people attracting a ton of people. Why not you? Why not you? And if you're not thinking that way, in order for things to change, you got to change the way you think about them. And if you don't change the way you think, then you're not going to change the way you do. And if you don't change the way you do, you're not going to change the way you show up in your community and in your life. And when you show up to win, it is attractive. People want to help people who are up to something. When that Girl Scout or Boy Scout comes to your door, you know why they do so well? Because who wants to turn them away? They dressed up for the game. They got the cookies, the popcorn that cost $100, but whatever. Who's going to say, no, I'm not going to buy from you, right? Because people look at them and go, wow, man, they're up to something. They could be doing all these other things, and here they are. They're up to something good. But everybody thinks that way. Everybody wants to help somebody who's up to something. And we're all up to something, and what we're up to is changing people's lives. And because we're up to that, people want to be part of that. So don't discount the fact that there's people out there praying right now for you to talk to them about this. They're on their knees begging, wondering what's going to happen next. What can they do that is going to make a difference? And it's just because you haven't shared it with them yet. Here's what I know. I've known Sherry for a while, and I've seen Sherry, go through all kinds of circumstances that she, at any time, she could have said, you know what, I'm done. Forget this. And she's still here. She's still kicking butt. I've never seen her do better. Now she's leading a team, on this training tonight. And it's just amazing what you can do when you put your mind to it. Because I promise you, this has nothing to do with the actual business part of this business. The opening the packages, here's a sample. A 10-year-old could do that. Let's face it, literally a Girl Scout or Boy Scout can do that. All right. But it's the mindset. It's the telling yourself, oh, I don't know. It just seems like everybody else wins and I don't. And what I have to say to that is knock it off. You can do it. I was there. I said those things. I threw my computer. I went through all the fits. I went through the anger, the like mad at friends. They didn't show up. Nobody, I'm like, man, even the friends that I didn't think I have, I don't even have them. But you can invent whatever you want at a moment's notice. Just make a declaration here and now. And if you have a bad day, great. The next day, make a declaration. Take a stand and take ownership for what we have. And don't be the person that goes, oh, I wish I would have taken action a year ago, because look at all these people, just massive success. That could have been me. Because the coulda, woulda, shoulda doesn't get you anywhere. And I'll finish with this. This statement right here is a formula that I learned a long time ago. And people use it every day. And I'm going to challenge you to take this and think of, I wonder if I do this in any area of my life, that if I change that thought process, and put in something that would make a difference other than expecting, the same result. And here's the formula. It's not a good one, by the way. It's called no result plus a good reason why does not equal a result. Here's the example. Hey, mom and dad, college student. Hey, mom and dad, I know you just saw my report card or my grades, and I got all C's, but I'm an A student, right? If I just applied myself, I'd be an A student, right? And the truth is, no, you're a C student. You know why? Because it says C right there on your grades. No result plus a good reason why does not equal result. Oh, listen, if I just applied myself or made a few more calls, I'd probably win that contest. I probably would have a massively growing business if I just talked to a few more people, but I got busy and, my family and there's sports and games and things. I get that. Trust me, I know. I have 4 daughters now with Tina's son, 5 kids together. I get it. It's busy. But if you're up to something, I'm not going to discount you because you have massive circumstances in your life. To me, being here, you took a stand for something, at least for yourself, to make something happen. I'm going to treat you as such. So no result plus a good reason why doesn't equal a result. Quit doing that. If you're doing that, stop it. It's not you. What you're going to do is end up with regret at the end of your life, like most people, and go, oh, I shoulda, woulda, coulda, and doggone it. You know, why did I waste my time with all the drama, with the watching the TV, with the news? It's always negative. Here, do this. If you want to make your life better, turn off the news. I promise you, there's nothing good on there. Nothing. Drama. It's not going to make your life better. Instead, pick up a book. And the book I'll tell you I recommend for you tonight is You're a Badass at Making Money by Jen Sincero. And to back all my words up that I'm saying tonight, read that book. You're a Badass at Making Money. And listen to what she went through and what she talks about. And I promise you, apply some of that, and you'll be so much farther ahead than any of the other things that literally waste your time, like watching the news, watching TV, getting involved in drama, things that really don't make a difference in your life or anybody else's. So I hope you all take that challenge on. I think you're all up to it. I'm so grateful to see some of the old band that's back in here. Sarah Haller, so good to see you're here. And Lisa George. So I'm gonna let you guys go because I don't want to take the whole time tonight, but I'm just grateful for all of you. And just know that every leader that you look at was once in your shoes right now. And the only difference between you and them is showing up every single day, being persistent and consistent. All right. Thanks for having me, Sherry. I'll let you go.
Hey, Kelly, before you go, it's funny. I was going to ask you, what kind of formula do you have that you would suggest to everybody tonight? And you must have been reading my mind, but you already said that. Thank you so much, Kelly. We couldn't ask for a better group of people to be leading us. I mean, you guys, the whole connection here is such a good family. I appreciate you coming on here tonight because I know you're tired, and I cannot wait until we get that 16th dropped in our mouths too. Thanks, Kelly.
All right. Thanks, Sherry.
Hey, you guys, thank you so much. So another thing that it's so nice to have Kelly on anytime that we can get him. He's an inspiration. He talks from the heart. He means exactly what he says, and he knows that it works because he's done it. And that's what you want to do is follow in somebody else's footsteps. And it's not so much taking over, but it's being able to take on that task and be able to lead your group as well. And, I always get goosebumps when he starts talking about me because I love to lead people, but what I love to do even more is to help them help other people. And I hope you guys get that from me. The more that I help you, the more that it's going to help the people that you're bringing on board too. And we've got a great solid team here to make things like that happen. By the way, on recognition, I forgot to mention that Cleve Miller, man, that dude got out over 50 boxes. Not all the signups that he needed, but he got out over 50 boxes. And John Mahan, it was like picture after picture after picture. Constantly. I don't know how many boxes you got out, John, but I know you got out a ton of them. So congratulations. By the way, getting those boxes out, I mean, I'm kind of overwhelmed a little bit by all of the people that I need to get back to, but it's just a matter of answering their questions for them. I don't throw a whole bunch of facts and figures and send them the big old long videos or anything like that. It is answer their question, and I'll say, do you have another question? Yeah, I know quite a few of you on here in Reading probably know Dave Badger. He's been asking me a lot of questions about these products, the heart one in particular. Interesting is he's already feeling a difference in 30 days. So that right there brings on more customers. And I'm really, we should have been doing this from day one, you guys. I mean, think about it. The day we brought people on, we should have been teaching them. We didn't have the sample packets. So, you know, there's that. But now we've kind of refined it even better. Yeah, we all got a whole bunch of product and we're sending out, you know, multiple boxes. But let's get real. Even Sarah said today, hey, you know what? Some people don't have all those boxes. What about just a single 3 strips of something and, you know, a strip of 3 out with a brochure? Whatever it takes, you guys, getting something out to somebody by just saying, hey, what is your number 1 or number 2 health concerns that you have? If they don't respond to you, don't worry about it. Move on to the next person. So you guys got it. You got all that training last night. But you know, this is all about mindset. I've never heard in my 32 years of doing this, I keep bringing that up because I can't believe I've done this long and finally found something this great. But we're trained a lot. We're trained over the years. But this is the first time I've ever, I mean, you guys let me know if it's any different for you, that we're hearing so much more about mindset. You know, the book, Un-F-U-K Yourself. That's amazing. I don't know who read it, but that was the one that we got last week. I love You're a Badass at Making Money by Jen Sincero. I listened to her 3 years ago, and it's opening up the universe and allowing that for you to receive. That's what that's all about. It's an excellent book. And I'm recommending the brand new complete original edition with bonus material in it. It is Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, and it's gold and yellow with green stacks of money on it. Totally different than the first book that's out. It's so new. It doesn't even have any reviews on it as of a couple days ago. And I know I'm going to be reviewing it. There's some kind of mind-blowing stuff in there. So anyway, all of this being said, there's so much going on. I know it's been one Zoom right after the other, it seems like, for a week now, right? I would like to open this up to you guys because I don't want to bore you to death. I don't want to put you to sleep. What's been going on this last week that has been so exciting for you? And you can share it with the team. I'll shut up now. You guys can have the floor.
I went to the dentist today. And
I didn't hear that. What? Sorry, Clee?
I went to the dentist today and ended up giving out a whole bunch of samples to the nurses, or whatever you call them, assistants.
And I'll bet you,
Because I was wearing that.
I'll bet you anything, you put them all in your rapid funnel, didn't you? Because you've been sending, I get his rapid funnel constantly all day long.
Oh yeah, I got an old professor friend of mine just asked me for some, so I'm sending him some tomorrow.
You guys, that's the clue.
Yeah.
The clue. Anybody else? What's going on? I know there's some great things that happened this week because I've been on the phone with y'all.
I had a great one Saturday. I had to drive for Shasta College, and I ended up hooking up with another driver down there, and she has Lyme's disease. So I went off of Linda's recipe and gave her some MLS and some Relax, and her husband some Power for Men. Oh my gosh, she started crying. She gave me a hug. She says, people just don't understand what I'm going through. And it was just amazing.
John, that is incredible that you went back to what Linda McBee had, because she had it really bad.
Yeah.
I've known Linda for a while, and for her to even be walking across the stage and, you know, she's doing great. You guys, if you haven't seen her testimony, go read it. That's excellent. Good, John. You're out helping people all the time. I love it.
I'm trying.
Anybody else?
Steve's
John,
always got something to say.
Daniel, go ahead.
I was going to say, John helps so many people, he ends up being helpless.
I heard that
I
John,
took,
no,
go
go ahead.
ahead. I was going to say, like Clee, I went to my dentist and I handed out some product over there and got them excited, and got in touch with an old friend of mine from the Coast Guard Training Center down in Petaluma who rides a wheelchair, and sent him out a survey and got talking a little bit more. And so I got boxes on the way to him now too. So we'll see what happens.
Man, you guys are on fire. I love this. And your fire is catchy. I think the power of this team has a lot to say about that. Steve, I know you got some stuff going on. You sponsored a few people this last week.
Well, I had a great Saturday. I went out on the ranch with Richard, and we actually had to place his father into a healthcare facility, Oak River. You probably know Oak River. But there's a couple of gals that are working in there that we've been kind of prospecting. We've been giving those drops out. But I had an opportunity to spend with Richard and kind of breathe some new life in there. So that was kind of fun, talking about the possibilities. Now he's got some more time to give towards APLGO.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to that.
I miss him.
Yeah, I know we all do. He's been busy. He's got a lot going on out there on that ranch. And but that's been a really good thing. And I've been out there doing my best to spread this positive love and light, where we go. I've handed out more than 50 boxes this last month. I didn't take any pictures of it. I just did what I do. But it's really fun to interacting like that. And I've come across, we all have this nature in us, and it's like coming in, having an opportunity to have a box in hand and share that with somebody is always kind of fun. It's a great tool to open up doors.
It's funny when you said that, to have those boxes in hand. You guys, I went to the grocery store this morning, and I usually leave my bag in the car, and it's the big APL bag that we got from the convention or the leadership meeting. And I walked in there, and this lady, and I've done it several times, but I just never really stopped. Well, I shouldn't say never. Today I didn't stop and talk to anybody. And the cashier lady says, "What is APLGO? What's APLGO?" I said, "Well, I'm glad you asked." And there was like nobody in there. It was early in the morning. And I had my boxes on me, but I just happened to have a sample. I mean, I don't know what I would give to her. I could say, what's your number one health concern? I knew what I was going to get back was probably weight, weight. That's usually it. But I said, hey, I'll tell you what, there's not a whole lot of people in here right now. I know you're probably going to get flooded later today, but I would like to leave you with this right here. If you share me your phone number, and I'll send you back a thank you for taking this and just checking into it. Are you on Facebook? And she goes, yeah, who isn't? I was like, well, I didn't want to open up that can of worms, but I just said, good, I'm glad to know it. We'll connect each other on Facebook. But just those simple things of being in I took my bag in with me today. I guess I asked for it. I should be doing that all the time. We should all be taking, I'm pretty sure Beth, anytime she goes out, because she calls me afterwards and she's got a bag with her. She's got a few boxes or she's got something. So something really good's happening here. And I don't know, you guys, after what I heard today, what do you think that 16th drop is going to be? Did you get any other idea, any better idea than?
They were sure making references to marijuana, but
Oh, I think it was far from that.
Exactly. That's why I thought that they were making those references, is because it was kind of like not that.
Yeah, it's far from that. But I'm thinking, is it HPY? Is it going to make you happy? I don't know. Can we last another week until that's unveiled? We're going to have to. What, Steve?
Do you know what it is yet?
No.
Have you heard? Oh, okay.
I know Tina and Kelly do now. And believe me, I'm going to do everything I can to get it out of them. And I'm going to let you guys know.
Say, also, how do you get one of those APLGO t-shirts?
Oh, you know what? I saw that. That is one that they gave them out at the leadership thing, and I don't know if there's more available. We don't have those in our back office, but a lot of those really cool ones, I just saw a really cool one online, is probably from Eastern Europe. But we do have, oh shoot, I forgot his name. Chris Rathburn is making us some APLGO t-shirts. Now, you can probably text or message Tina and she could give you his name. He is on Facebook, he is on the team, and he does have some shirts available, like our APLGO, like I think Clee's got one on. There you go, the one Clee has
Yeah.
on. Yeah. It's Clee, you want to
Yeah.
stand up and model for us?
We're gonna have to work on one for Team Reading because I got a good friend who makes them right here in Reading, and I'm trying to get him signed up too.
That'd
Great
be
idea.
great. Yeah, I know there's going to be a lot of specific teams that are going to be breaking out and, you know, making their own thing, as long as they're compliant. If they got APLGO on it, they got to be compliant. But I have so many great ideas, especially for Alaska up here. Randy, I think you've seen this one. If you're not the leader of the pack, the scenery is always the same. It's a dog sled team. Picture that.
Yes, I've seen that one.
That's just the south end of the guy in front of you going north.
Exactly. Okay, you guys, does anybody else want to share? Sarah, I know you've been busy.
I'll share.
Thank you.
Where to begin? Well, I have a new team member who's not on here tonight who was very skeptical, and after trying a couple of drops decided to get in on the $600 buy one get one free. And so we're slowly indoctrinating that person. Some people like Lisa George and me jump in and are cheerleaders, and some are not. So this person is not, but that doesn't mean that there's not a great leader there in the waiting. I haven't tried every single drop yet. Well, for one thing, I'm not going to take power for men.
Well, no,
But
you don't need to.
I'm going to give it away. I'm going to give it away. And I have been enjoying, I love the taste. I love the effects. I just ordered some skincare. I'm
Yes.
very excited about that because at my age, I am starting to feel like I look my age for the first time in my life. And I also have a very good friend who just had a new passport photo taken, and she said, I look like I'm about 100 years old in my passport photo. So I thought, well, I'm going to share a few squirts of this elixir with her and see what she thinks. And my mama, who's almost 94. So we're slowly but surely, you know,
Hey, Sarah, I've got a good one
coming
there.
along.
Lisa and I talked about this earlier. She got the serum elixir as well. She's much younger than us, right? Lisa, you got to be much younger than us. You look a lot younger. Anyway, I'm doing a before and I'm going to do an after pick because I just ran out of my other company's serum
Right? Me
like
too.
3 days ago. Yeah.
Yeah,
do
but
that.
those who shall remain nameless.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Good. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. So, Caitlin, you've been out doing all sorts of. You've been cross countrying and at the ocean and killing turkeys and what's going on in your life?
She says it's really noisy where she is, so that's why she's muted.
You got all the kids with you? Are all the kids with you in bed? Oh, okay.
Hear that?
I get it. Okay. Well, we've been watching you on Facebook, so we know what you've been doing. But Caitlin, we are so glad to have you here because I know you are a ball of fire and you're just ready to take off. So I'm glad you all were here and able to share what's going on. Anybody else, Beth? Tuesday, your mic's open. No?
Oh, it is open. Yeah. No, I have a new customer.
Oh, yay! Woohoo!
Excited about that. So
Yeah, that's fun. So anyway, Beth has
Did
no.
I get my customer during this past week or the week before? I'm so tired. I woke up really early.
I think it was last month, and all those things were from last month. So yeah, it was last month. This is only the 3rd of May.
Right.
Yeah, you guys. So here's what we're gonna do. I've reached out to a few of you. I'm just gonna end it with this. I've reached out to, well, actually several of you, and if I haven't, please call me. I am getting people prepared to go corporate director this month. Anybody on here can do that. Any of you can do that. It's a matter of making the time, making the commitment, and just doing it. And I will tell you this, I'm not going to chase you down. I'm getting people that are getting on the Calendly and they're making their appointment, and we are literally doing the work to get some things done. And it works best that way. But I'll tell you what, I think what needs to happen now, because a lot of people I've connected with, is if I'm doing a Calendly, you know what? Let's all just come on there and catch up if you can what we're doing, because we're all there for the same purpose, okay? And I just had a couple new people on today that hadn't been on one yet, and somebody had to wait. I'm sorry, Sarah. Overlap my meetings. I felt like I was at a doctor's office or something, and I'm like, can you wait just a few minutes? But you know what? When things like that are happening, that's pretty cool. So Sarah, thank you so much for waiting, and Lisa as well. And we did get it done. Gave you guys an extra 45 minutes. That worked out really well. Get a hold of me. We are doing it. I'm connected with Kelly, and I declared it. I want to go national director, and it's literally going to take me helping you guys get to corporate director to make that happen. But the fun part about all of this is having you guys go corporate director. You guys, I don't know if you're aware of this. I did some numbers with a few people, but just hitting corporate director is a guaranteed like $3,770 or something. That's only one bonus. That's not even their startup bonuses. So that's your 30% that you already have sitting in there banked with all that volume you have. So that's why I was asking what your numbers were. And I'm excited to have you all here. Anybody ready to go do that with me? Who's ready to go? Who's ready to do it?
I declared it last week.
Yep,
I'm doing it this
declared
month.
it last week. I know Caitlin is, I know Steve is, Sarah is, Randy's totally in there. Daniel, I think he, is Daniel still there? There he is.
No, I'm here. I'm just enjoying the show.
Yeah, that's what you get. So Sherry will always give you a good show, okay?
50 years.
That's an inside joke, you guys. Okay, so on that note, the Reading team, you guys are killing me. So have a really good night. You know, I'd say good night, lights out, but Randy, it doesn't get dark up here now. Is Randy still? No, there he is. It doesn't get dark up here anymore.
Well, only maybe when it's cloudy.
You know what I was thinking? Because it doesn't get dark, we could be having Zoom meetings like at 1 o'clock in the morning.
I was thinking about barbecue at 10.
Barbecue at 10. Yeah, I think Randy needs to have a barbecue at his house when we all come join him.
There you go.
I remember fishing in catch can at midnight.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So we could tell all sorts of stories. But Randy, I'm very proud of you having Christian come on. Oh my gosh, he could be the key to this company opening up Colombia. This is going to be amazing, you guys. So you guys,
Latin America, baby,
Yeah.
Latin America.
you guys
Yep.
we're already open in Peru. That thing came out today. So you guys keep tuned in, stay plugged in. You know, even if you have, like Kelly said, a bad day, don't worry about it. Get the mindset that, oh, that happened. You know what? Or give me a call. I'll change your mind. I'll get you back on track. And
Usually you just slap me across the face.
I don't think your wife would appreciate that, but yeah, I'll take you up on that. So, you guys have a really good night. Thank you so much for coming on here every single Monday night. You guys are so special. You're the ones that a year from now are going to be so happy that you hung in there and you did what needs to be done. And we're going to be partying on the beaches of the world. You mark my words. I'm so excited. I just got goosebumps. That means that's going to happen, you guys. I'll talk to you later. I love you all.
Good night, everybody.
Take care.
Night.
Can I